He Lifeng, a longtime confidant of Chinese President Xi Jinping, who has slowly cultivated a reputation among foreign investors as a key fixer, will take center stage in talks on Saturday aimed at breaking a trade deadlock with the United States. The vice premier will meet in Switzerland with U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Chief Trade Negotiator Jameson Greer after weeks of escalating tensions that have seen the world's top two economies slap tariffs on each other's imports of more than 100%. U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly urged Xi to call him about a potential trade deal. But any off-ramp to the tensions is expected to run through He, who oversees U.S.-China economic and trade affairs. Reuters interviewed 13 foreign investors and diplomats who met with He over the past year. They described the 70-year-old's evolution from a stiff Communist Party apparatchik with non-existent English and a reluctance to stray from prepared remarks into a more confident figure who has impressed them with his ability to get things done. When the leaders of some of the world's largest companies flocked to Beijing for a business forum last month, many were left impressed by He, according to a U.S. businessperson briefed on the encounters. Most of the people spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss confidential interactions with He, who also wields vast regulatory oversight over China's sprawling financial sector. The vice premier has held at least 60 meetings with foreigners in the past year, according to Reuters' review of his public engagements. That marks a steady increase from 45 between March 2023, when he took office as vice premier, and March 2024. China's State Council did not respond to a faxed request for comment on the talks. But despite the vice premier's increasing comfort with engaging with Western executives, many of the business people interviewed by Reuters said that he was not a policy innovator. The vice premier's newly improved reputation with American executives was likely enhanced because Chinese leaders appeared especially predictable and confident in the wake of chaos in the U.S., said the businessperson briefed about last month's meetings. He last served as head of China's key macroeconomic planning agency, where he was responsible for formulating industrial policy, and has repeatedly defended Beijing's export-led growth strategy in meetings with foreigners. A U.S. businessperson told Reuters that He, who has supported boosting manufacturing over domestic consumption, serves as Xi's, quote, chief lieutenant for building $1 trillion surplus. He, at other meetings, had also repeatedly brushed off complaints about Chinese overcapacity, which are shared by many countries that Beijing is now courting as it seeks export pressure valves and new cooperation avenues, 3 people told Reuters. On the daily level, he will be defending China's trade surplus, said Wen Ti-sung, a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council's Global China Hub. It's hard to see He softening down on the trade surplus, an issue pivotal to China's job creation. The vice premier has been on the front line of China's recent outreach to developed markets like Japan and the European Union, also hit by Trump's tariff barrage. After Switzerland, he will travel to France for a high-level economic dialogue,